will be it for Mr. McMurray.
And so for the record, all of the statements, 911 call, 911 transcript, interview on scene, body cam, transcript, video deposition, and the type transcript. 6 things more or less.
That's
They're
correct.
all in the purpose of the hearing.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
All right. Only thing we don't have is him.
That's correct. You tried.
All right.
Judge, it is 11:47. You want to move to the next witness or take a break?
Tell me what you got.
We called Officer Kerry Higgs with the Horry County Police Department. Your Honor, he probably was crossed 45-minute witness.
Need a break? Let's try to get him done before lunch.
And it's called Officer Kerry Higgs.
Swear affirm the testimony you're about to give in court in this case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Speaking to the microphone, so you can answer that.
Kerry Hicks.
Officer Higgs, how are you?
Good.
Excited to be here? Okay. Where are you currently employed?
Horry County Police Department.
How long have you been employed with the Horry County Police Department?
I was hired in October 2022.
2022. So in what capacity were you employed?
Private first class
Okay.
police officer.
And in 2023, the same thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what exactly does a private first class, what are your primary duties? What capacity do you?
Call responsiveness, traffic, similar things to that. Any 911 calls,
Okay.
wellness checks.
So you respond to call, part of your duties is to respond for calls for service.
Sir.
Okay. And did you respond to a call back on 9 September of 2023?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And was that to Camp Swamp Road and Highway 9?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at the time you got that call, do you remember what it was for?
The call started out in the North Precinct. It was called for road rage, with someone following and depicting where they were going.
Okay. Say that for me again a little clearer there. It was a call for what again?
It was a call for road rage
Okay.
incident that started off in the North Precinct, which is prior to my sector, before the river. And then it ended up coming into the West Precinct, going up towards Camp Swamp.
Okay. And you mentioned just a second ago, the call came in that somebody was doing what?
There was a road rage incident where a vehicle was driving people off the side of the road, a gentleman with a firearm. There was actual multiple calls going for it.
And was it being relayed to you at that time that somebody was on the phone with 911 directing
Yes,
where this vehicle was at on the roadway?
yes,
As a police officer, if somebody calls 911 and they're reporting a dangerous driver, dangerous driver, whatever their conduct may be, they're reporting that on the roadway. You obviously are going to try to get out to where that person is, correct?
yes, sir.
And do you find it helpful in your job if there is somebody who is on the phone with dispatch helping to give you direction?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were you the first police officer to arrive on that scene?
Yes, sir, I was.
And do you recall about what time? First, I'm going to hand you this just so you've got it. This is marked as Defendant's Exhibit 20. It's the case report from the Horry County Police Department. I've got it flipped just to help you and save some time to the page of your report in case you need it. But do you recall about what time you arrived on the scene?
The dispatch time was around 18:04, which is 6 p.m., around 6 p.m. I believe that I arrived at Camp Swamp around 6:10.
And can you sort of walk the judge through what you observed when you first got on scene, what you did?
When I got on scene, it was a little hectic with traffic. Camp Swamp is a route that people go to and from Tabor City often. Pulling up, there was multiple vehicles coming from Camp Swamp towards Highway 9. There was also a couple vehicles that were behind Mr. Boyd's truck trying to go around. There was actually a vehicle with a boat on a trailer behind trying to go up, and I had to veer my cop car around them to be able to get out and out of Highway 9.
So when you first arrived on the scene, who do you see out there? What is everybody doing? You know, kind of help paint a picture for us. We're going to play your body camera in just a minute, but I'd like to hear your recollection.
Okay. I did notice there was a bunch of cars in the median for a turnaround on 9 while I was coming up. There was also cars parked on the side of the road on the left side prior to Camp Swamp. The vehicles that were in the roadway trying to go around everybody. When I got around to the back, there was a white SUV, there was a truck and a trailer. Mr. Boyd was out of his vehicle. When I exited my vehicle, he was approaching me. I did notice that there was a gentleman in an orange shirt off to the right side by the white SUV.
You see the gentleman in the orange shirt, do you know who he is, or do you know now today who he was?
He was one of the witnesses. I can't recall his name.
Terry Wright, maybe?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Your Honor, I'd like to play a defendant's exhibit 56. Is that correct? I got 56, which is the body camera from Mr. Higgs. If you'll hit pause real quick, Mayor Catherine. Your Honor, just so the court's aware of this body camera, the full body camera will be entered into the record, but just for the court's time, there's about, I think, 15 to 25 minutes of it at the beginning that I'm going to publish. And certainly if they'd like to play the whole thing, or if you want to play it later, you can. All right, go ahead. Where were you coming from that day?
The lower section. I believe actually that right there is going to be Business 9 coming through the middle of Lower.
I was just responding by coming out of Camp Swamp Road. They're saying that you think they vehicles were firing at one another, and then that's where the drama from the black stuff is out at this time. That's fine.
At this point in time, are you aware that there had been an actual shooting of any kind?
It was dispatched over that there was a shooting between two vehicles.
After you got in the original car?
Yes.
There came an update that there actually had been a shooting.
Receiving updates while I was in route.
635, 34 County.
Okay.
I'm being advised, most of these vehicles are going to be on Camp Swamp Road at this time. The light was on there, and the light was about 30 yards from there. We do have a subject that was not involved with this, but they were taking their vehicle got shot at 1801 East Highway 9 on Pyramid and Denver Road. The F328 is aware of it. Thanks, Thomas. 654, correction, 534, 630 County.
Okay.
Now they're saying they think the driver on the black Silverado is 10-7.
Is that before we got the EMS companies on standby?
Thanks, Thomas. The incident, it says that the male and female were fighting. I think we have the female on the line. If I understand this all right, sir, I just feeling all this is trying to figure it out. But I'm pretty sure it's the female with the male on the white truck that's telling us this information. Based on location so far, I've gotten a couple of things in here saying that both vehicles are on Camp Swamp Road. I'm not sure how far.
Camp Swamp and out here.
Copy. All units 10-3 discount. Go to the alternate. All units 10-3 go to alternate.
We've got 5:45 here that's elapsed on the clock, so, you know, you would turn this, is that about how long it took you to get there is what I'm asking?
I believe that it took probably 10 minutes for me to get to being on scene.
Okay.
Is the time up there, I just want to clarify, he knows why the time's up.
What he's asking, Officer Higgs, is at the top of this body camera, it's got a date and it's got a time stamp on it. It does not appear to line up with what actual time of day it is. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, the hour.
Yeah, the hour on that. Can you explain it?
For Zulu time?
Zulu time. Yeah, that's what he's asking about.
Okay. It's a time dictated by, assuming the body camera company for time changes. Also,
The point is, it's 18:05, 18:09:55.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead, Richard.
What's going on? Alright, give me a second.
They saw everything. He held a gun to us on the interstate. He ran us off the road. We were calling. I was taking pictures of his license plate. When I turned in here, he got out of that truck, had his pistol, he racked it, aimed, and shot. Me and Brian just started shooting back. I mean, I can't. He was shooting at us. Why would he do that?
I have no idea.
They saw everything right
You guys
there.
hurt?
No, we're good. He's deceased. They saw. I got my pistol. You want my pistol?
Where's that?
It's right here.
Leave yours. I'll take yours.
It's in a appendix clip.
What the gun do you have?
I think a Glock. So I'm a veteran. I did not do this. I did not. Well, I shot him, but he shot us first.
He shot at you? Or
He shot 100%. I was trying to back up and get away, and then he started discharging the firearm.
Yeah, I
see in that corner of the frame there, what are you doing there?
Placing his pistol inside my vehicle so I can secure it.
Cleared the weapon, made sure it's not armed.
Sure.
And you want to secure that weapon in your vehicle. So
Yes,
it
sir.
could not be, nobody could get to it.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, McKenna.
I can't tell you what to do. Send where I got. Keep going, please. Checking on the vehicle, black Chevy, North Carolina plate, Romeo Charlie 1538. Sorry. I need a couple more years just to try to get some of this traffic down. Yeah, where is one is that? That's it.
Hold it right here, McKenna. There is, I want to just ask you a question about this. When you arrived on this day, we're watching you walk back and forth. There's some distance between these vehicles, isn't there?
Yes, sir.
They are not very close together, are they?
No, sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
I got the main caller. Did anybody try calling in everything earlier on 9? Something about somebody bringing some pistol. Just have a seat. That way you come. I got multiple witnesses saying that the victim had jumped out, branched pistol, shot at them, and then jumped back in the vehicle and then shot back. No, I don't want to get everybody up on it.
What are you doing right now?
I'm repositioning my vehicle since the other cars aren't there to try to stop any other vehicles from coming into the scene.
Second car Dodge, pickup truck, I'm getting 28. Sir, step away from that side. Sir, yeah.
What am I doing?
No. I want you to sit.
Yeah, hold it there, McKenna. What did you just remove from the passenger seat of Weldon Ward's vehicle?
That was going to be the passenger's firearm that he stated that was in the passenger seat of the vehicle.
You're doing the same with it that you did with
Yes, sir.
Weldon's gun, which is...
Securing it in my vehicle. Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, McKenna.
I like trying to get somebody live traffic off the Camp Swamp coming to 9. Yes, sir.
What are you pointing at there?
I'm trying to wait at them to stop their advance so they can turn off. There's a side street into a development right before where that sign is on the back side of it. Goes into one of the newer developments that are out there that way they can go around the crime scene, stop going through it.
Understood. Well, now I've got the.
Good. Calm down. Listen. I understand.
It's self-defense.
I understand. I just want you to sit down, calm down,
I'm sorry.
take a breath. There's nothing to be sorry about. Just sit down and take a breath, sir. Okay.
We need to stop. Slams the door open.
What are you doing right now? Well, you got something out of the back of your car and you're going, you
My-
keep playing.
My crime scene tape, so that way I can section off that side.
And what's the point of doing that?
Attempt to secure the crime scene.
Okay. All right, let's stop it there, Ms. Catherine. I'm not gonna play any more of that. We saw you on the body camera video there with your cell phone.
Yes, sir.
And you were taking, first off, let me ask you this. When you arrived on the scene, was the driver's door to Mr. Spivey's vehicle open?
Yes, sir.
Was any other of the doors open?
No, sir.
Okay. We saw you walk around and we saw you open the doors.
Yes, sir.
Why'd you do that?
To make sure actually that no one else is in there,
Okay.
and to get a little bit more information.
Okay. When you say a little bit more information, what information would you be looking at?
With
Looking for?
any position of firearms or anything like that in the vehicle that may be crucial to not be moved.
And you take pictures with your phone, is that right?
Yes, sir.
They're not with your body camera, but is there an app that's connected to it?
Yes, sir. It's Exxon app. It goes through the
And you can take photographs with that, and then right there.
You upload them on evidence.com.
Okay, so it's all one system.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I'm going to show you what's been marked as defendants 37G, F, E, D, C, B, and A. I'm not going to publish these because of the nature of them, but I want to walk through these if you'll hold them up so the judge can see here. And I'll go through them. What can we observe back here? Or did you, let me ask it this way. What did you observe?
So the main reason for this picture is for identification of the vehicle, tag number. You can also see that there are multiple rounds going in, but there's also rounds coming out of the tailgate.
Coming out of the tailgate?
Yes.
Okay, indicating that there was gunfire coming from inside out of the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was the purpose of this photograph here?
The purpose of this photograph was to solidify where the firearm was in the vehicle
And where was it?
by his right hand.
Let me ask you something else about this picture. What do you see there in the top left corner? You recognize that item?
Yes, sir. It's an extended magazine
An extended magazine.
Yes,
When you
sir.
say extended magazine, I'm sure it's
for larger capacity
large
rounds.
capacity rounds. What is this photograph here of them? Explain what you've done there.
It's a shell casing on the outside of the vehicle. It's Mr. Spivey's driver's side front tire. The reason that notepad is there is my personal notepad. All those notepads are within the definitive measurements. So it's 2x4. So it shows the distance from the tire where that casing was in case it gets kicked or it gets moved.
Okay. And it getting kicked or getting moved, that could be a potential problem out there on this crime scene, couldn't it?
Yes.
Why?
It kind of has the shell casings act very weird when they hit pavement. They tend to roll, they tend to move. They're very light. Wind can move them. Cars driving by can move them. Cars can run them over. All of those things,
And if cars run them over, what could happen?
they can actually be removed from the crime scene.
Okay. And just watched your video, we had quite a few cars coming through that crime scene. You reviewed that footage prior to today, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any idea, just a guess of how many cars drove through that crime scene before you could tape it off?
Before I could tape it off, as soon as I arrived, I noticed one vehicle already exiting. 2 others went by, the one with the boat trailer. In total, there was 19 vehicles along with that boat trailer.
19 vehicles, which you
Yes.
counted. Okay, I was going to show you pictures, but you already got a count, so that's good. We don't need to do that. And this shell casing here was found outside of Mr. Spivey's vehicle, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And this picture is just
Again, it's for positioning, magazine,
And the
other options,
position of the arm.
items in the vehicle. Yes.
This is just another photograph of the same, correct?
Yes, sir. A little bit closer up to where the firearm was located.
And this photograph.
Sir, it's a gunshot wound into the side.
Okay. All right, thank you. And Officer Higgs, I'm almost done, and I'm sure this goes without saying, but I'm going to ask it, so please don't be offended. You did not manipulate this crime scene in any way?
I did. I opened the doors.
Well, other than your investigative work, I guess what I'm asking, You did not remove any items of evidence. You did not add any items of evidence. You did not
No, sir.
change the position of the weapon or the body or anything of that nature.
No,
right?
sir.
Okay. Of course, I know, Your Honor. Last question. You don't know Weldon Boyd?
No.
You don't know Bradley Williams?
No.
You don't know Terry Wright or any of the other witnesses that were out there on the scene, do you?
No.
You don't know anybody connected with this case?
No, sir.
All right. No further questions. Officer Higgs, I'm sure Mr. Tinsley has some for you.
Mr. Moss, you don't have any?
I've got Mr. Moss, I think.
Just want to make sure for the record, I'm off.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Tinsley, you up?
Thank you, Your Honor. Quarter of mine, eh? How about?
Yes, sir. Yes, this is my key. Yes, you're at 8.
And Your Honor, while he's marking those, I just want to make sure for the record, we're putting 37A, B, C, D, E, F, and G.
Okay. 8 through which?
You didn't say H, you said through G?
A through G, yes, sir.
Okay, I'll make that record in a moment, and Ms. Weaver can do her thing.
I'm all back.
That's okay.
10.
All right.
All right, hang on,
I'm good.
waiting on her. What you got in your bag, you can do that.
No, I'm good.
All right, for the record, the defense introduced and placed from the video several photographs, 37 A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and that's for the purpose of today's hearing. Mr. Tinsley's now marked Plaintiff's Exhibit 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I presume no objections from the defense as to his photographs, which will be introduced for the purpose of today's hearing.
No.
It's just
Very
weird.
well.
Yeah, none, Your Honor.
Yeah, and just so, and I'll hand them to you, officer, before I start asking questions. So, Mr. Martin, we saw in the video you were taking pictures, right?
Sir.
And you're taking those with your cell phone,
Yes, sir.
and then you upload them into the, what is it?
It's the Axon Evidence Act.
So, and that's Horry County's evidence
Sir.
system, correct?
Yes.
And so what I've handed you is the actual photos after you uploaded them, right? And just look through those and tell me if those, the same photos. I think some of them are the same as what he's marking. We just see the timestamp on these. I'm going to show them. I just want you to verify, and then I'm going to use them.
Did you unplug your computer?
No.
Okay. Sure.
The second most important person.
I don't know, she might be most important.
Yeah, you're probably right.
She has to listen close to all of us.
These are all photos you took, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, one of the things that you're doing when you're coming to this scene is, it's just an ordinary course. As a matter of policy and practice, what you do is you're there to secure the scene, right?
Correct, sir.
And you know you're not the detective who's going to do the investigation of whatever's going on. You're doing your best to secure the scene.
Correct, sir.
And we see you walking around the scene with your phone, but your body cam's on, and you know that, correct?
Yes, sir.
And as you're walking, you're looking for evidence.
Yes, sir.
And And all these cars, the 19 cars or whatever, did you meet at Mr. Martin's office to count those, or you did that on your own?
No, sir, I did that on mine.
Okay. But all those cars, as they're coming through, you're still watching the scene, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
And you're doing the best that you can do to make sure nothing's happening to the scene, correct?
Correct.
Because it's important.
Yes, sir.
And you didn't see anything happen to the scene, did you?
No, sir.
You didn't see any shell casings carried away, did you?
No, sir.
And in fact, because that door's open and we see in Exhibit A, and this is a photo that you took. It's a lot easier when I got somebody else running, but you took this photo at 6:17, and we saw in the video we watched, but 6:17, the door's still open, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, you've opened the passenger door and left it open.
Both passenger doors, yes, sir.
But you didn't touch the driver's door, did you?
No, sir.
And so as the 19 cars came down Camp Swamp Road, you agree with me, they didn't drive in the vicinity that's immediately behind the driver's door. Right?
Back and forth, yes.
This area of the pavement that we see right here, you agree they're not driving in that area?
Correct.
And on the video, the 19 cars, you never saw any cars driving that area either, did you?
No, sir.
They came around, they might have crossed over into that lane, but that was back in that big wide distance that Mr. Martin told you about between the two trucks.
Sir.
You don't have any reason to believe that any shell casings would have been carried off by cars passing as slow as we saw in the video.
If there was more casings out there, they would have been.
If there were casings in the area behind that door, down the side of that truck, or immediately behind that truck, you agree with me they would not have been, correct? From the yellow line to the tire.
No, sir. If there was any casings that were by the yellow line, they could have been moved by the vehicles going by.
From the yellow line to the tire behind that door, no car went in that area.
No,
right?
sir.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you looked, right?
Yes, sir.
And this is Exhibit 9, and you take, it's hard to read, 633, but that's the shell casing that you found, and we're going to go back. It's almost under the tire, right there, correct?
Sir.
You don't know when that shell casing came to be there, either, do you?
Prior to
your arrival.
Sir.
How it got there, you don't know, do you?
Yes.
And then you laid a pad by because you're actively looking for shell casings, right?
Correct, sir.
And that's the only one you found, correct?
Yes, sir. By the vehicle.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate that. Look, that's the only one you found in Mr. Spivey's vehicle.
Correct.
But you did find one outside of the vehicle on the running board of Mr. Boyd's vehicle. That's Plaintiff's Exhibit 11, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
And you took a picture of that.
Yes, sir.
Now, you've been in here, and you've been hearing some of the testimony, and you heard the 911 discussion with Mr. McMurrow that Mr. Boyd's windows were up at the time of the shooting, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You agree with me that most probably fell out at some point in time when they're getting in or out, correct?
Correct.
That doesn't mean that Mr. Boyd was outside his, and this is the driver's side, correct? You took another picture. See the yellow line?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's Exhibit 13. That shell casing doesn't tell us anything about when it got there, does it?
No, sir. And
remember, I stopped you at the beginning because at the beginning we talked about the fact that the Zulu time and what time you got there?
Yes.
And you said 6:10 and it was 5 seconds from that to 6:09:55, right? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So if Mr. Boyd has photographs of Scott Spivey's body that were taken in base stamps, timestamp, metadata at 6:05, 20 seconds, and then again at 6:05 and 57 seconds, that would have been before you got there, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
There wasn't any way to see that body until you got up there and got in that door, was there?
No, sir.
Okay. You heard on the 911 call that EMS is inbound, and you know they had already ordered a wagon to come and transport the body, right?
It's the process of it. If there's a deceased person, that a ambulance would be the ones to identify that person was deceased, and then the coroner would be notified through the ambulance.
Well, but on 911, point of fact is that Damon Vescovi had already told him he needed to transport one body, correct?
I don't know what time he stated that.
You didn't, I didn't say what time. He says it at the beginning when he gets there. You don't dispute that, right? I mean, we can go back and play it, but you don't-
If you'd like to, I would like that. I wasn't listening for
Sure.
his directive.
Let me ask you this. This photo we marked as Exhibit A, I'm going to have well, I'm sorry. I'll come back.
Can we confirm how many, EMS one is one of those, can we confirm how many patients we actually have?
I just need one wagon, I just want, no fire in, nothing else, just
I just need one wagon. You heard him tell that?
One ambulance, yes, sir.
To transport the body, right?
If that's what he was
Yes.
speaking about for the coroner.
Now that was...
That'd be an ambulance though, not the coroner. The coroner's separate.
Okay.
They have a wagon that comes after.
Regardless, it says, I just need one wagon, right?
Correct.
Okay.
For our policy, if there is a large crime scene, and the way Horry County Fire works is they will send one ambulance and one fire truck towards the scene. I don't know what he's exactly speaking about, but anytime that I have been the lead on a case similar, shooting or anything like that where someone was injured, I would make sure that only one person would come in to that crime scene to verify that that person was deceased.
Okay. So let's talk about the policies of Horry County since you pulled them up. Policies of Horry County dictate that you would separate the witnesses, correct?
Correct, sir.
And you didn't do that, did you?
That was not my job.
But you didn't do it.
I did once I recognized that what was happening, sir.
About an hour later.
Sir.
And we saw the gathering with the Wrights and Weldon Boyd and Bradley Williams there, but for an hour they talked, right?
I don't know if they were all speaking together about certain
Okay.
things.
I want to, this is unfortunately, because I'm technologically challenged, this is how we're going to get it up here so we can save time. Can you zoom it in? All right, so now we see the clock is, it's almost a full hour later, correct?
I'm sorry, Mark, I missed for a second. This is more of his body cam, right?
I don't believe this is his body cam. We're going to see him in 1 second. But you, same Zulu time, now we're a full hour later, right? And who is that gentleman there?
That's our night watch commander, Lieutenant Doug Deschamps.
He's above you.
Yes, sir.
Is he above everybody else that's at the scene at that point in time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Leary, I'm there. Everybody wants to go see what happened. And the
That's
thing
you,
is,
right?
you live down here?
Yes, sir.
You know how to go to the
Yes.
There's 3 different ways to
I've gone
go.
all the way through Hawker.
Well, that's where I don't want the witnesses talking to the people involved. I don't want them discussing, talking together. That's why we need to separate witnesses. Hey, y'all stay away from each other for the time being.
I'll pause it right there. So he first asked Officer Vescovi, is that thing on? Talking about his body cam. And then he tells y'all he doesn't want witnesses talking to each other and then this is when you go and separate them.
Yes, sir.
But before that, in violation of the policy, they had been allowed to talk for an hour. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You heard Mr. Boyd in the video that we watched say that he shot Scott Spivey. That's what he told you, right?
Yes, sir.
You heard him say that he was trying to back up and get away, and that Scott Spivey started discharging the firearm, didn't you?
Correct.
Your Honor, do you still have Mr. McMurray's deposition?
I think it's right there.
That's gross.
The 911 call. I'm not sure I had his deposition. I don't listen to it this morning.
I believe you're correct, Your Honor. You did not have it.
No reference to the bunch.
I'm going to have him read the statements again. I'm kidding. I apologize, Your Honor. All right. So this is Plaintiff's Exhibit 1, and you saw that video. This is Detective, is it McQueen or Quick? I get them confused.
That one would be McQueen.
Okay. So this is the in-car video, and all I did was took a screen grab. Can you scroll just to see there's two of them? You agree with me that if Weldon Boyd is doing that at that point in time before he shoots, he is not trying to back up?
Correct. If he didn't have any hands on the steering wheel or anything like that.
Patience is not my strongest. Officer Higgs, you looked at that driver's door, didn't you?
Sir?
And you didn't see any bullet holes in that driver's door, did you?
No, sir.
And you're taking this photo, the purpose of this photo is to take pictures of all the bullet holes that are in the back, the tailgate of Scott Spivey's truck, and into the cab of Scott Spivey's truck, correct?
The purpose of that photo is to try to get the entirety of that vehicle.
Okay. Earlier, you looked at the bullet holes. You were discussing
Yes, sir.
it. And the only place you see bullet holes is essentially where I've described them, into the back of his truck.
Yes, sir.
Is it also the policy of Horry County that the body cams will not be turned off as long as the suspects are still on the scene?
No.
That's not the policy?
The policy dictated at that time that they can be turned off after you were told to do so by a supervisor.
Okay. And that's what happened shortly after you separated the witnesses, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
At some point later, the body cams all get turned off. Yes?
Yes.
At some time after that, most of them get turned back on.
Yes, sir. Some of them.
Okay. You don't know why that happened, do you?
So sometimes when people come into an area and their body camera turns on, it's an aerial issue, not an issue, but an aerial thing with all the body cameras. If there's one that turns on, it will turn the rest of them on.
Do you remember Damon Spivey asking you how to mute the recording of his dash camera?
I do.
And would you like to see the video?
Sure.
So the time is 23:56, correct?
Recorded that, yes, sir.
Yeah.
How do you turn the mic off on the cameras?
I have no idea.
Hey, who's it? Hicks. Hey, Hicks. How do you cut the mic off in the camera? No, to turn the mic off. I want to mute it.
You'd have to go on the,
Here.
During that conversation, Weldon Boyd's sitting on the trailer of his truck, correct?
Correct.
That wouldn't be in accordance with the policies of Horry County, would it? To mute the mic so that it couldn't be heard what was happening?
I don't believe so, sir.
That's the opposite of what you were trying to do that day and document the evidence, wasn't it?
Correct.
That would clearly be a violation of the policy, would it not?
Correct, sir.
And nonetheless, they got turned off, correct?
All of our body, my camera was
That
off
one did.
way before that. I can't dictate when he turns his on or turns his off.
No, because you weren't his supervisor, were you?
No, sir.
And the supervisors were controlling what was happening at that point, weren't they?
At that point, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Mark?
Just one quick question. You also heard Frank McMurray testify earlier here in his deposition video that he also did not even see that there was a passenger in Mr. Boyd's vehicle. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. No further questions, Judge?
That's good. You're done.
Thanks, sir.
All right, it's Heath Parks. Let's take a break. It's 12:40. I think 2 o'clock sounds good. Give everybody an ample lunch break.